We're here with Riette Kenkel and Mike Johnson from the Valemount Learning Center, and it's a very auspicious day today because today is the day that the grocer container, I'll let you elaborate on exactly how it's called, has arrived here at the Valemount Industrial Park. So first of all, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us and being here with us. Yeah, we're very excited.
So tell us what's going to happen today.
Well, today is the day of delivery for the container, and they've just backed it up into the spot here next to the community forest building and next to Paul McManus's mushroom container. So we're in very good company. We have a crane on the way that's going to be lifting the container up off the truck, and then they'll be placing some railway ties underneath the container so that we can place it on the ground, and hopefully it'll be as close to level as we can get.
Wow. Okay, so big operation. So Mike, tell us a little bit about what this trailer is all about. I think people have heard about it, but it's been a while, so a little refresher probably would be good.
Well, we're going to be able to grow leafy greens all year round. They're going to be pesticide free. It's going to be done hydroponically inside the container. I think the big thing is all year round, so in the winter we'll be able to supply the valley with fresh leafy greens, which is a much needed thing in the valley.
Well, it's a very big trailer. How large is it, first of all?
It's 10 feet by 40 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much produce do you expect to grow in there?
We can do 500 units a week once we get it into full cycle.
So 500 heads of lettuce is what you mean?
Yeah, a week. Yeah.
Wow. And what will happen with all that produce?
Well, COVID's kind of thrown a little bit of a wrench into our business plan, so we're kind of in the works right now, doing possibly some subscription boxes, and hopefully when the restaurants get going, supplying some of the restaurants with fresh leafy greens.
We're planning on also supporting the local food bank and any other sort of food security programs that are in place, Meals on Wheels, anyone that needs that little bit extra that could use the fresh greens. I know the food bank isn't always looking for fresh produce because they need things that can last on the shelf, but if they're interested, the churches, the food bank, anybody that needs extra, we have worked that into our business plan as well to include a little bit of donations as well to the community.
Okay, and so obviously fairly labor intensive. What is the plan for who is actually going to be operating the? Well, first of all, what's the best way to refer to this? I'm not even sure.
We just refer to it as a growing container. The project we're calling it Village Greens. So that's the brand. That's the. But it is under the Valemount Learning Center, so it's not a business per se, but the project is called Village Greens. So we just refer to it as the growing container. And yes, it is. It seems to be labor intensive, but once it gets going, the most labor intensive part will be the harvesting. The container itself, it's all computerized, digitized, it's online. Mike will be the guy in charge, and he'll get notifications on his phone if anything goes sideways.
Yeah, so it'll take a bit of monitoring and a lot of maintenance and different things, but for the most part it's monitored, and there hopefully shouldn't be any problems.
Right. So high tech growing. You're linked to your cell phone. It's a year-round operation?
Yes, year-round.
Okay. Cool. So what haven't I asked you about? I think the name is really appropriate for the village of Valemount here to have Village Greens. You couldn't have worked a better brand in there. That's great. What else should people know?
I think Mike already mentioned that there are no herbicides, no pesticides used. It'll be fresh. Could be on someone's table the same day that it's harvested, so very fresh, which will be nice. We hope to be supplying restaurants through the summer months and with a focus on subscription boxes over the winter months. It just seems that's how the cycles work best for the restaurants once things are open and running again. And also we will be at the farmers market, but really just to kind of give some samples and to take the subscription orders. So you can look for us at the farmers market.
Okay, great. So leaf lettuce to start. Is there plans for expanding that line?
Oh, there will be lots more. Mike's already put in his order for the first set of seeds.
So we've got our first order of seeds coming in a couple of weeks. Surprisingly, there's about 30 to 40 different kinds of just lettuce, but there's a lot of different herbs we can grow. Bok choy, spinach, cabbage, lots of
kale
different things.
and
Kale,
lots of herbs, basil, cilantro, parsley.
Mint.
Yeah, so how many was it, Mike? I think it's 150 different items on the menu, if you will.
So that's another good feature is that we can grow specialty items for people, especially restaurants and stuff like that. So.
Well, it sounds like a great concept, and best of all, the deer can't get them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much. We're looking forward to seeing the product.
Yeah. Thanks for your interest.
When will the first crop be coming out?
I'm thinking probably the second week of July.
Yeah. We have experts from the grocer coming out the first week of June to give us on-site training. Mike's already done all the online training, and then we will get hands-on training for a week, fairly intensive inside the container, and then that will be when we plant our first seeds.
Yeah, and then it's a 6-week cycle for the leafy greens, and an 8-week cycle for the herbs.
Okay, cool. So am I the first to call it a grow op then?
You're not the first to call it that, but maybe the first publicly.
Yeah. We're going to stay away from that.
Good luck on your growing container.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael.